Alright, so today I'm been putting in and out a starter for a while. For the location of the starter, if you're underneath your Jeep, look up right there's your oil filter. It's hard to see right there. This is oil filter. Right below that you have an exhaust pipe and your oil pan. There's oil pan drain plug. Right here in between your exhaust and your oil pan is where your starter goes. You put it in, you have a bottom mounting bolt that goes in, and technically that's rear facing, and then up here you'll be putting it in on the flip side back here. See my finger on the back side, and it's forward facing, and that mounts your actual starter. And then you will have two wires up here coming from the battery terminal. The one that's a male-female connector, that's your negative output that the starter uses. It's the negative ground wiring. And then the other one, so that clips in, that's easy. And then you have a pull tab, push tab to lock it in. And then your other one here is usually on a red coated wire, and it actually just bolts onto the starter. There's a little screw, and you just thread it on there, and then you put the nut there, and you just torque it down. And then the speckle neck's pretty heavy. It's about 100 foot-pounds. So you gotta make sure you can't just hand tight that, especially because it's a tight squeeze. It'd be a good idea to get a torque wrench and make sure you're torquing it correctly. Ensure that you have you need exactly what it calls for, because your starter's, you're expecting it to start your vehicle. So right here is your starter. This side's shielded. The flip side obviously is opened. Keep the shield towards the outside here. And what you do is you just stick it up in there like that. Then you do your mounting bolts, like I said. Rear facing goes in, and then up on top there comes in towards the front, towards the engine, so it's on the flip side. And then it's stationary. And then what you have to deal with once that's in, these are the tabs I talked about. So right here, it's the male-female negative. You just plug and play that bad boy. Right here, it'll come with a nut. Mine is currently off. And that's where your positive cable slips on, and you torque it down. Tight, 100 foot-pounds. And this over here, you don't worry about that. That's just connection between the solenoid. That's just already done for you. Once you do that, you reconnect your battery, and you're good to crank. This is a 02 Jeep Wrangler TJ 4.0 liter inline 6.